Okay, so we've uploaded the interior or the manuscript itself. So the next thing we need to do is create a cover, which I've already basically created the cover, but what I need to do now is make sure that this book cover, the spine area here in the center, is correct and accurate for the number of pages in this doc. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is I need to download a template. So the template, again, this template is based on how many pages. Page count right here, 527. So this magenta area in the center is the spine. This is what the template looks like. Now I'm going to save the template here, and I'm going to Pocketbook template. I'm going to save that. And then, let's see, I can get rid of this here. Now, where's my Pocketbook? Here it is. So the template pulls in as a PDF. I need the template to be a JPEG image. So I'm going to open it up as the PDF and do a save as. And down here, I'm going to save it as a JPEG image. And I'm going to save it into my Publishing Docs folder. I'm going to save it as the same name because it's a different file type. Pocketbook PDF, oh, wait a minute. How did it do that? There we go, JPEG. Okay, so now we're saving it as a JPEG image. I guess it did already. Let me see. Yes, there it is. Okay, so I can close this out. And then I need to go into, this is Canva. This is the program I use to make all the book covers. You'll see over here on the left, these are uploads that I've done and or copies, or actually these are all the designs. Over here, if I click here, this is uploads, which is where I need to be. So this is where I upload all of the photos, all of the barcodes, things like that. Where are the barcodes? Where are the barcodes? These are all my photo shoot pictures. That's kind of odd. The barcodes should be over here somewhere. Oh well, no biggie. So we're going to upload a file. So we are going to upload the Pocketbook template, JPEG. And then we are going to place it. Now, I will have to resize this. Let's see, resize. And again, this is because when I did the book cover, I was basing it off of the pocketbook sized book cover of the Attaché, just so that I had something to work with. I need to change it now. It needs to be, we're gonna make it this. Custom size, 9.997. The height is still 7.125. So we're going to redesign, or we're going to resize this design. So this will make it the right size. I'm just going to drag it so it fits. There we go. Okay, so in order to see what I'm doing, I need to make this a little less transparent, or a little more transparent rather, so I can see the book behind it. Now, actually, so the light blue around the outer edge, that's the trim area. So that gets trimmed at the publisher, and what is left, and actually, you know what, let me see something. I need this trim area. I don't like the way this worked here. let's drag this back in. Okay. So the trim area gets cut off by the publisher. So the real size of the book ends at the edge of the navy. So what I need to do, and they have these boxes to guide you to try and keep things within, you know, inside the space. So we need to shrink this somewhat. We're going to shrink this enough. That should be good enough. And we're just going to kind of make sure that this stays within those boundaries. And I can kind of move everything. Do I have to, I need to, and I've been using this program so long now, and just doing all this. Okay, that's already in the front. It's very simple. Come on, let's get back to here. There we go. Layer, I'm gonna bring this to the front. Because I want to be able to move all of these images if I need to adjust things. Bring to front. Everything was perfectly centered based on the size that it was before. It's a different size now because the book is different. So now I just have to make some adjustments. So let's see, Kenton is good. I thought I moved him to the front. What the hell? Layer, move to front, bring to front. I want to be able to, there we go. So I'm going to scoot him. Now, if some of this overlaps a little bit onto the navy, it's really not that big of a deal. Let's see. What we're going to do, we're actually going to make him just a tiny, let's see, 1919. We're going to make his photo just a tiny bit smaller. And that's about perfect right there. That's what I want. Now, the text I want to center. So it's showing me that it's centered in the white center box area, which again, that's what I want. I do want to bring this down though, just a tiny bit right there. Well, let's see. Well, that's good. Now, that's staying the same. Okay, so the author name is centered. I'm leaving the author name, so my author name is actually down in the navy a bit, and I'm doing that because I want to make sure everything is legible. One of the things they look for is whether or not it's legible, all the text. So if I moved my name up a little bit, it would be here in front of these windows on the house, and my name wouldn't be quite as legible as it is where it is. So I'm leaving that because I do not need these books to get rejected for any reason. Now, the other thing I need to do is make sure I need to bring this up all the way. Okay, so my name is perfectly centered. We're going to move it up well, actually, let's move it down just a bit. So now what I'm doing is I'm making sure the space here between the end of my name and the edge of the book and the edge of the title and the edge of the book are about the same, which is a little tricky because it's kind of like standing on your head. I'm trying to look at it a different way. And that is, and of course I have the phone on a tripod sitting right in front of the screen. So I'm like trying to, Let's see if that's good. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, this can actually be a little bigger because I have some more space. So I'm going to make this 136. The other thing that I need to do is I need to shrink the text here, which I kind of hate to do. Let's make it, let's try an even 9. And let me try, let's see, that may be good enough. Again, if it comes over, if it drops over onto the navy a little bit, it's not that big of a deal. It's still going to be fine. I've done this enough times to know what things look like when they're done. Now I want my name to, okay, now my name is centered over the photo, which is also centered in the white. Now I need to move these items up just a bit. I'll try and bring that, actually that's just fine for the ISBN. And I think, let's get this one. We want the bottom, there we go. We want the bottom of these two. To be even. We're also going to bring this, actually we're going to bring that one back out, and we're going to move this over. Okay, perfect. Now we just need to move the ISBN number down and get him centered. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, so now everything is nice and centered. Now I can, actually I'll just get rid of it altogether, take a look at it real quick. Okay, so the only thing that doesn't look right is my name under my photo is a little bit obscured by the colored pencil. So we're gonna scooch. We're gonna scooch this over. Then we're gonna move me down to there. This can be further down, and it's all right. This is the tedious part, getting some of these little things lined up, but it's worth the time and trouble it takes to do it. All right, so then again, what I'm going to do is try and make, oops, wrong thing. So we want to try and bring this in a little bit if we can, because I have some space. And then we can actually move, oops. Okay, so I have enough space. I can actually move this down. So now the text is completely inside of the white. So now let's take the transparency up all the way, double check ourselves. It's not really, that's really, I think, where it should be, although it's strange, it's deceiving because this looks fine here and this looks about right, but it doesn't look right, does it? It's almost like it wants to be here. Let's I think that's good. The C here and the C down here looks pretty centered. So then let me just make sure we are centered on the spine, which we are now. This looks good here. Oh crap. Wrong thing. Okay, so this is what I think we're good. I think we're good. So we're going to delete the template. So we're pretty much done. This document auto saves itself, which I like. The only thing, no, I think it's fine. I was thinking I would like this to be 10. But 10-point font is just way too much. Nine and a half font looks a little bit better. Transparency 100. Okay. So now I just check to see if everything looks, you know, does all the text look right? Is everything nice and crisp and clear? Everything looks good. So now what we're going to do, now I have to upload it as a PDF. But first, I'm going to download it and save it as a JPEG. So here's the JPEG image. Everything is nice and crisp. Everything is centered. All of the text is centered under photos or images. This is nice and easy to read. It's beautiful. Everything's great. Okay, so the one thing I didn't do, which I can save as. We're going to save this as 2/1/25 because that's actually today. Final published size. Okay, we're going to save it as a JPEG. Now we're going to turn it into a PDF. Going to flatten everything. Download. And there's the PDF. I always change this so I know what size it is. Get rid of all this here. Oh. There we go. JPEG. Oh, wait. There. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is done. Now, pull up my files and make sure Pocketbook Final. Here is the JPEG image, and here is the PDF. So the PDF is what we want to upload. And this takes a minute. I get impatient because I expect it to be done immediately. And the other night, because, you know, I only do this once every 6 months or so. And the other night I was uploading the 6x9 cover, and I was getting impatient. I was like, why is it not doing it? Incorrect dimensions. The dimensions of your PDF are 10 point. Oh, so what happened? I thought we resized this. Shoot. You know what? And that actually explains something. See, now it's snapping exactly where it should. Okay, let's see if we have to move anything. It was off just a bit. I thought I resaved it as the right size, and for some reason it didn't take. We're just going to make a few tweaks. Come on, honey, scoot over. Actually, you know what? Let's make him. I kind of want him to be here. And again, this is just, you just have to be patient with yourself when doing things like this. You really only have one chance to get it right. I am going to move this down. That's exactly where I wanted it to be. Now, is that centered? Yes. Am I centered? I think I am. Now I'm centered. Yeah. Because I thought I had adjusted the size of this document, and it didn't take for some reason. So that's why I'm having to retweak it now. And it's actually a good thing that the website caught that. I thought it was strange. I thought something was off, but I wasn't 100% sure. Okay, so see again, like this needs to move. And we're leaving that. That's already in the front. That's already in the front. Okay. You want everything to be text, images. You want all of this to be in the front, so to speak, layered, so that it's not, so that it's nice and crisp. So let's get rid of that. This always does that. It looks funky, but once it's saved, it'll be fine. Okay, so now we're gonna have to do this again. Yeah, this video turned out like 15 minutes longer than I thought because we had to do a quick tweak. But again, this is just part of the process. So now we're gonna, and then we're just gonna save right over and actually and because I just did this, Okay, again, that's fine. Now we're going to save it again as the PDF that it needs to be. Flatten, download. And there we go. And everything looks good. Everything looks great. Okay, so now I just have to find where am I paperback cover pocketbook. Because we want to save over this because now it's the right size. Okay, so now no biggie. All we have to do is go back. See if it takes it this time. It should. This is the paint waiting to dry part of the process. File is uploading, normalizing, fingers crossed. Yay. Okay, so you actually got to see a boo-boo in process and how to fix the boo-boo. So now down here is what the book will look like. So this shows the different things. We've got the bleed across the outer edge, which again, that gets trimmed. So that'll get trimmed to that. Then we have the outside margin of the book itself. So anything inside this margin is what will print on the cover. So even though some of this stuff overlaps into the navy, it's still going to be just fine. So we're going to turn that off. Here's your spine. We're going to turn that off. We're going to turn the trim off. So now this is what the book will look like. And then we can actually flip into the side. So this will be blank. This is the inside of the cover. Here's the first page. Copyright page. ISBN is correct. Dedications pages. Main title page. Forward. Now the forward never has page numbers or headings, so this is correct. Page 1 never has a header or a page number. Page numbers and headers always start with page 2. So all of this is correct. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to see. Margin. And this is perfect. So this I had to tweak. The first few books I published, I didn't have the gutter dimensions, correct. And the text always bled over into this side a little bit. And it kind of bugged me. I had to tweak it. Now everything is right within inside the white where it should be. And then you can go all the way to the end. So this is on the outside, or this is the last page of the book. This is next to it. Future projects. About the author. What happens next? Here's the first, let's see, we have several. This is all epilogue here. Epilogue starts on 501. The book itself ends on 500. Okay, so this looks good. So now I don't need to do anything else right now. I'm not publishing it. That would actually be the next step, would be to publish it. Add book details. The details are pretty much already filled in. The only other thing I have to do is fill in pricing. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'll do that later. So it's more or less ready to publish. All I have to do is add the prices in and publish it. So now you see it has a photo now because it's uploaded. So then the only one I have to do is the hardcover. So that's how you do a book cover.